Remember who the fuck you are so the game can change. The podcast that is here to shake things up, to step you up, and to guide you back to your true self. I'm your host, Kira Marie, founder of Kira Marie Divinely Guided and Ascension School. I'm your spiritual BFF, energetic healer, channeler, generational and soul code activator, spiritual mentor, and intuitive stylist. Here to awaken you to your gifts. This is your space for real talk, deep soul truth, and practical guidance to help you rise, transform, and remember the divine magic that you have within you already. Whether you're here to heal, grow, or simply be inspired, it is time to remember who the fuck you are. Because once you do, you'll see how the game can really change. If you're ready to remember, hit subscribe. Follow me on socials, Kira Marie Divinely Guided and Ascension School. Share this with someone who needs it, and let's rise together. This is just the beginning.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, soul family. Welcome back to Remember Who the Fuck You Are so the game can change. The podcast that is here to shake things up, to lift you up, and to speak some soul truths. So today's episode is part 2, my journey in Ubud and Kuta and what transpired and what came through, and just the amazing eye-opening transformations that came through for me, and unlocking what was within me and moving and shifting things for me. So with that, I then embarked on my journey of the retreat, and let me tell you, oh my goodness. So we stayed in Ubud in a beautiful villa there that Lisa uses for all of her retreats. And it was a beautiful, oh my God, it was just a beautiful reset and relaxation and giving back to yourself and nurturing yourself. She had chefs in there making us breakfast. We had some lunches included. We had dinner included. Certain days we went out for dinner. She took us on a cooking class. We went to the local markets. We soaked up the Balinese way. We went to a beautiful waterfall ceremony, cleansing ceremony. We went and delivered to the gods, and we went under waterfalls. We screamed. It was just absolutely magical. It really was. Every morning we did yoga. And when we would wake up, we were not allowed to speak until after the yoga practice, which was absolutely amazing. It really gave you that moment of just being, that moment of clarity, that moment. We had journals that we could then write in, which was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful setup for the morning and for the day. And then we nourished our bodies with beautiful food and healthy, nutritious food. It was absolutely amazing. They also catered for me, which I'm gluten-free and dairy-free. So they were beautiful and catered, no worries for my intolerances. It was just so magical. And even just the first yoga session we did. Oh my God. And because there was a few of us that one either like me hadn't done yoga or had done very little yoga, Lisa was very generous and very accommodating and helped us ease into it. So it wasn't a full-on yoga routine. It was just gentle and helping us move and shift the energy that we've stored within, and just some of the poses that she had us do in just that gentle movement unlocked some emotions that were buried deep And in the first day, I was bawling my eyes out like a little baby. Oh my God. Or a grown-ass adult. I was I was releasing some really deep embedded stuff that I'd been carrying without even realizing, unlocking so much within me. It was just a beautiful and safe space to do it. I also found a beautiful friend who I met there also be doing the same thing. She was opening up and unlocking some deep emotional stuff as well. And it was just a beautiful thing. She allowed us to just go at our own pace and also be intuitive with our movements, which was so beautiful because I felt safe to go at my own pace and to stay a little bit longer in a position that I felt I needed to, or to change to a different position that I felt like I needed to. It was just absolutely beautiful. She would help us journal. She would help us look at things at a different viewpoint, a different way. She would also have card decks there for us to just see what they had in store for us, or what we needed to look at, or what we're embarking on, or different things like that. Um, the villa that she has there is just absolutely magical. It is set in the beautiful, luscious rainforest type scene around, so you don't see anyone else. You have a beautiful private pool that is a waterfall. It is just absolutely magical. Or sorry, infinity pool. It is just, yeah, magical. They had um, beautiful ladies come in and give us in-house beauty treatments. So I had a whole body scrub one day, I had a massage. Um, it was just absolutely beautiful. We had time. We would do things in the morning, and then we would then have the afternoon free. We could do our own thing. But she also had a beautiful ride through the village and to a coffee plantation. It was just absolutely magical. It was 6 days, and, ah, it was bliss. It really was bliss. Um, and now just talking about it, I'm getting a call to go back. Um, we also have something in store coming, Lisa and I, we are looking at running a retreat together, um, with, yeah, my, healing and um, soul coaching, and yeah, what I bring to the table, which complements hers just absolutely perfectly and beautifully. It is just absolutely amazing. So after we finished up with the retreat, I then actually had booked to stay 2 days extra by myself, which was another thing to add on to it. Not only having the security and the safety of having Lise and all the other girls, there was, I think, 8 other girls there. And yeah, then I then embarked on going around by myself. And I ended up staying in Kuta, and noticed there was such a stark contrast between Ubud, which was so spiritual, so grounded, so earthy, so beautiful. Uh, Not only their surrounds, not only their sacred and spiritual places that you could visit, but also just the people and the community there. I was talking to one of the drivers, Lisa. We had our own drivers there, and I was talking to one of them, and they were saying that the markets that are in Ubud, um, the vendors are not pushy. They are not in lack mindset. They know that if it's not the right price for you, then that's okay. You can go elsewhere. Um, they know that the next customer, it may be the right price for them. No one goes without, and no one is missing out, which was such a beautiful energy to be in. And even just so driving around, being in the passenger seat, you could look at the traffic one or two ways. One would scare the crap out of you and be like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," like, "Oh, that almost hit us. Oh, that almost, oh my god, they're crossing the road." Or you could sit back and you could just be aware of how harmonious they are, how um, giving and receiving, and it was just a beautiful flow of they would be have this awareness about them driving either on their scooter or in a car or in a truck or crossing the road. They would have this awareness of them and this um, innate power within them that, yeah, something could happen. But I've got this awareness of me that they are not only just focusing on themselves, they're focusing on everybody else. And having that bird's eye view and that peripheral view of that we should all have when we're driving, and um, also that patience of that's okay, look, we can let them in because we'll still get where we're going to go, and it's nice to let them in. Rather than no, I've got to get somewhere, I've got to go, beep beep beep, like get out of my way, type of energy that is quite prevalent in Australia. So it was just a magical experience. Yet when I went to Kuta, what I found the difference there was the stall holders were very, and the ladies that would come up and want you to buy things, they were very needy and they were very poor me. And but what about me? Like when I first arrived, I across the road from the beach, and because I just wanted to be close to the beach, and it was close to the airport as well. So I dropped my stuff off, had a bit of time to kill before I could go to my room, and went across the road to the beach. Sat down, and then all of a sudden, it's like bees to a honey pot. There were ladies coming left, right, and center. Would you like this? Would you like your hair braid? Would you like a drink? Would you like some shoes? Would you like these dresses? What about these tops? And it was just bombardment. And I kept saying, thanks, no, I'm good, thanks, thanks, no, I'm good, thanks. And they, no, you need to. You're my first customer. You have to buy, you have to buy. And then I ended up saying to the lady doing the hair braiding, I'm like, yep, that's fine. Like, I'm happy for you to braid my hair. 'Cause that's pretty cool. Um, I said, but everyone else, I don't need your stuff. Thank you though. And then I had the ladies like doing the puppy dog eyes, like, oh, but I need to feed my family. Like, you need to help me. What about me? You need to give me something. And I'm just like, whoa. I had not experienced this in Ubud once. I had not experienced this at all. And I was just like blown away. And I was just like, hang on a minute. No, like, you. So I ended up getting really forceful with it. And I'm saying, look, I appreciate it. I understand, but no, like, no, you can go away now. Thanks. Um, it was crazy. And they kept coming back, but then eventually got to the point when I was just like, no, no. And I wouldn't even make eye contact and I would just shake my head, no. So there was a real contrast of flow and everybody received, everybody was in their alignment. And then the opposite side of, I'm going to miss out. Please help me. Please buy my stuff. And I noticed the contrast of that. And I then realized that
Cuda is where I'd been. That's where I'd been. That's where I'd be like, oh, but like if I put something out, and then somebody else would put it out, I'd be like, oh, but why is no one buying my stuff? Like, what about me? Like, and it was more that lack mentality. Whereas I was wanting to move into and was starting to move into that flow state, that Ubud was so beautiful with, and nobody misses out. Everybody's catered for. And that is the space that we need to get to, right? That is the ultimate space of alignment and fulfillment and oneness. So it unlocked so much within me. It unlocked a beautiful thing with my husband and I. We were having a challenging time, which I'll go into in another episode, and I will even have him as a surprise guest. Surprise, not anymore. Just, I will have him on as a guest for us to share our story and our journey. And yeah, I was roomed with another beautiful soul who had been through a similar journey, different but similar, and it was a place where I could either go to or choose not to. And again, I was questioning and I was listening to what she was saying, and I then sat with that and I'm like, do I want this to be my story? Do I want that to be my story? Or do I want to fight? Do I want to fight for our marriage? Do I want to fight for our relationship? Do I want to fight for our future? Or do I want to just give up and have the same story as she does? And quite a few come into my realm at that moment. So yeah, that was another beautiful gift in itself of who I was roomed with, which was just pick of the hat kind of thing, or divinely guided. And yeah, it was just absolutely magical. It really was. It was just a beautiful space to give back to yourself. So Lisa runs these 2 times a year, in May and in October, in Bali. And I highly recommend that you jump on board. If you have been thinking, oh, I really need some time to myself, I really need to up level, I really need to be in a space of women that just get you or are ready to do the work, then I cannot highly recommend enough that you check out Lisa's retreats, Earthly Angels Connect, online. And I'll leave all the details below. Check her out. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul that I have worked with her for about 18 months and have also been in friendship with her for the last 2 years. And another episode that I will share shortly is my journey to run a women's circle with her beautiful community. So I flew up to Queensland where she lives and went and ran a sold out women's circle with her beautiful community, sharing my wisdom and my healing and activations. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. So I will share that in another episode as well. So thank you so much for tuning in today and for coming on this ride with me. I really appreciate it. Feel free to share, to subscribe, and yeah, check out Lisa's stuff. All right, my loves. Sending you so much love. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode today. Remember that your power has always been within you. The moment you start trusting yourself, the whole game changes. If you love this episode, comment below or DM me on Instagram and let me know your biggest takeaway. Why not even screenshot it and tag me at Kira Marie Divinely Guided or Ascension School, and I will share your love. To find out what Spirit has in store for us for next week's episode, stay tuned and subscribe. Remember, keep rising, keep remembering, and watch the game change. Until next time, love you, soul family. Bye.